guys, once again welcome to my channel. I am Sinai, and today I wanted to do another real versus fake comparison of the Huda Beauty palette. It is the Texture Shadow Palette in the Rose Gold edition. This is the authentic one. I did just receive the fake one recently, so I did want to do a comparison. I've been trying to get my hands on this palette, the fake one. Well, actually both. I've been trying to get my hands on these palettes for a while now, and a quick little story, I went to Sephora and I saw that they had it, so I just had to pick it up because I wanted to try it, and I did want to do a real versus fake comparison because I know this palette has been super popular. Did you see that lane? I was just like following it. But before we get into this video, I do want to make a disclaimer. I am in no way, shape, form trying to promote replicas or the usage of them. What I am simply trying to do is educate you all on the differences and similarities between the two so that you guys won't get duped or scammed anywhere on the internet, or even if you go to like the swap meets. I know you be going because I be going, and I've seen so many replicas, it's unbelievable. Anyways, so if you guys want to know the differences and similarities between the two that I found, then go ahead and keep on watching. So the first thing I see is a difference in size here. You can see that this is a real one. You can see that the fake one is way larger than the real one. Is that this one has these beautiful rose gold type of color, and no, it is not textured. And this fake one here, you can't see the color, and the printing of it just looks cheap, like super cheap. The material of both feels exactly the same. I don't see any differences. The only thing that the real one has that the fake one doesn't is this little rose gold here where it says Rose Gold Edition. It is textured, and when you put your finger over it, you can feel it. Obviously, on the fake one, you can't. And another big difference that I noticed is on the real one. Can you see this rose gold line here? It is rose gold and it's reflective. Another thing is that the beauty here, it is also reflective. So this beauty here, it's a matte shade, and the line here also is matte. It is not reflective. I will be inserting some pictures where you can see it a little bit better. Moving on to the top of the palette, which would be here, you can see that this one says Huda Beauty and this one does not. This one says Textured Shadow Palette Rose Gold Edition. So that is another big indicator that you may have a fake palette. Now when you look at the bottom, we have the real on the top and the fake on the bottom. When you look at both of these, they say exactly the same thing. The only difference is that on the real one, right here where it said Rose Gold Edition, it is also textured and you can feel it. And on the fake one, you can't feel it and it is just matte. Moving on to the back of the packaging, there is a super big difference. So one of the major differences is that the real one has a barcode and the fake one does not. Another thing that I see here is that the real one has all of these social media. Another thing here, I don't know if you can see, is that the fake one, it has an expiration date of 24 months, whereas in the real one, it has it down in the left corner and it is of 12 months. Now let's move on to the actual palette. This is the real one here and this is the fake one here. As for the packaging, they feel exactly the same. I don't feel that one feels better or the other one. The plastic, surprisingly, it's even sturdy as the real one. Let's move on to the back of the packaging. It's exactly like the outside packaging. The real one is much different than the fake one. Another major thing that is always a huge problem when it comes to real versus fake is a batch code. In this case, the real one does come with a batch code, and it is right here on the right side, being your left side. And you can probably hardly see it. So like I said, just because it has one does not mean that it's real, and just because it does not have one does not mean that it's fake. I don't know if I can make that any more clear, because I know on the peach palette, if you guys want to watch it, I will leave a link up here. I know on that one I was getting a lot of like and you know, it happens. This is why I started doing this in the first place. Anyways, now let's move on to the inside of the palette. This is the inside of the palette. You can see how nice and bright the colors are, and this is the fake one, and this is the inside of the palette. They're obviously all different, like I can't even speak, like especially these top row, which are supposed to be the textured eyeshadow. You can totally tell that they're not textured. They just look like, they don't even look metallic, they just look like satin, or like it has a little bit of shimmer, but they don't look textured whatsoever. Another thing that you guys can look for, the name of the eyeshadows are a metallic color. They are not flat, and then on the fake one, they are just a flat, like pinkish color. Take a look at the color of the 24K. This is a bright yellow on the fake one, and on the real one it is an actual gold color, which is this one here. Another difference that I found is in the names. The name Angelic is supposed to be A-N-G-E-L-I-C, but on the fake one it is A-N-G-E-U-C. So obviously it does not spell angelic. So that one is misspelled. Blessed, on the real one it has a hashtag, and on the fake one it does not. And on the fake one, Man Eater has a space, and it's not supposed to be space, it's supposed to be all together. So these were the differences and similarities that I found between the two. Also remember that if you noticed any differences or similarities that I missed, you can also leave them down in the comment section below. And if you have a different version of this replica, you can also list some of the differences or similarities that you found. So if you guys like these types of videos, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to my channel. And this is all for now. Until next time.